YouTube, it's your boy, the Memphis X-Story, welcoming back to Check This Out, the show we take a look at whatever deck we want to take a look at, and have ourselves a good old time with it. Today, everybody, is, of course, a very special day. For today, we're going full-on Star Wars with it. That's right, everybody. It's May the 4th, good old Star Wars Day, and much like with Ghost Tricks and Halloween, it's that special time of year to enjoy ourselves some Kozmo action. Them Star Wars meets the Wizard of Oz, ladies and gents. They like to just, banish themselves from the field, summon out big old chips from the hand, float and other things. And it was an interesting time making this one. I made this one on stream, or at least I started to, and let me tell you, it's a little tricky making Kozmos work nowadays, but I think we've got some stuff going on here. We got a little bit of a combination of a whole bunch of different things. Got the Kozmos, got a little bit of Dogmatica action, a Therian on the side. We got some Super Poly to start screwing their opponent's board. Basically trying to go second when we can with this deck. It's a deck that can do first or second, but kind of preferring going, I would say first to go third, honestly, is what we're going to be going with this deck. So that's what we're going to be doing today, folks. We're going to go into edopro. We're going to show off this deck, show off the wombos and the combos and the what do's and the what not do's. Have ourselves a good old time. So of course we've got the whole deck list. It's at the end of the video as always, but for now let's head on into the action and show off what these Kozmos can do. Alrighty, everybody, our first opponent of the day, another card game. So like I said, this deck go first or second depending on the hand, and this opening hand's okay. It's not perfect or anything, and we're up against Horus, which could be a little tricky. Just a little bit tricky, although I do have triple tactical talent, so it depends. It really depends. I mean, it's King Sarko, it's Horus. That could go any number of different ways depending on where this goes. I mean, all he always has is Horus at the moment, so that's good. How many things? Necklace of Command. What on earth? Also, why'd you send another Horus? That seems silly to me. Alright, well, regardless of that, let us boldly stride for, let's see. They do not target the, okay, that works just fine. So what we're going to do, we're going to start off with this new guy. He's called the Psychic Processor. Amazing card in this deck. Amazing card for Kozmos and machines and all sorts of things in general. Pretty nasty thing. But we're not going to use it just yet. First, I'm going to use another new Kozmo bit of support. Psychic Arsenal. Not directly Kozmo support, but it's the same idea. Basically, you target a Psychic monster, get a machine with the same attribute, but bigger. And we're going to go ahead and get our... this does target and destroy stuff, so that's what we need to get rid of Sarko here. That will do it very good. What are you going to do? Hit me with a Droll and Lockbird? I saw you had it. Yeah, I figured as much. I figured as much. That's fine, because now I can use triple tactical talents and take control of your monster, or I could draw two. Well, I can't draw any cards. I mean, I'm just going to destroy this. I really would rather get rid of Sarko, though. So I think I'm going to steal Horus here. Yes. Try to edge towards an OTK here if I can. Well, I can't really OTK at the moment, but I can try. I can certainly try. So I'm going to steal this guy's Horus. This is mine for now. And I'm going to go ahead and use the effect of Psychic Processor. You can banish this card and summon up to 2 machine and or psychic and or cybers from your hand. Their effects are not negated. You are not limited to any sort of summoning. It's pretty busted, if I'm going to be honest. So I've got my Cosmo Dart Destroyer. Let me double check one thing. If I can do something snarky here. Ooh, that's... Ooh, actually, yes, I do want to destroy myself. Trust me, this going somewhere. We're going to destroy our own Dart Destroyer. Because when this guy's destroyed, we can banish him, to summon out a little Kozmo from the deck. We're gonna get Straw Man. Straw Man! That's right, Straw Man, because I can pay 500 light points and recover my Dark Destroyer. Get that boy back on the board. And his effects are going to be negated, as you would expect. Let's see, 3. It's not quite game, unless I, like, link summon. 3, 6. I don't have a 2,000 point link 2, sadly. So, what we're going to do, I'm just going to battle phase first. I have high doubts this is a battle trap. Then again, he is playing the Necklace of Command, so you never know. It could be. It could have been a battle trap. You never know. And actually, this will work even better. I was going to synchro summon Prey of Jirai Gumo in the same column. Okay. So this is some sort of... Oh, this is a Gate Guardian. Oh. Okay. That makes sense. I was about to say, why on earth are you playing this? The answer, he's playing a Gate Guardian deck. Alright, I'm just going to attack him with the tin can because I can. just to flex on him, just a little bit. I'm going to make sure my opponent knows tin can is not forgotten about. So we're going to end our turn in a minute, but before we do, time for snarky things. And this will be destroyed in the end phase. Luckily, Destroyer is not a once per turn. So I'm going to use Strawman and his Horus, and I'm going to make Chaos Angel. See, back in the day, at least not my experience, Cosmos didn't really care about the extra. It was not that was not their strategy. But with Chaos Angel, this is actually pretty easy to make in this deck. There's so many ways we can make, like Tin Can plus Eclipser, Strawman plus Destroyer. If I was running, what's the level 7 again? I forget his name. But if I was running the level 7 dude, you know, I could do that with Processor. A lot of different ways to do it. Let's see. Do I need to do anything else? I think I'm good. So I'm going to end my turn here. Destroyer will be destroyed. And once again, summon a monster. But my opponent surrenders in the face of Cosmo Decimation. Alrighty. Well, you get a perfect idea what this deck is trying to do right there. You know, we're just trying to get the Cosmos on the board, use their effects to our advantage, and if we can synchro summon, that's amazing. You know, triple tactics, nasty card to deal with our opponents, you know, hand trappy things, steal their stuff. Admittedly, if my opponent had committed fully to the Horus thing, that could have been a lot worse. Not gonna lie, I really don't know why he went for 2 Imsetis. Maybe it was a misclick, I don't know. But regardless, we'll take advantage of that and say, good for duel number 1. Time for going for duel number 2 and return the Jedi. Alrighty, second opponent. Let's go and do it again. Once again, boldly striding forth to go where no man has ever gone before. That's the wrong series, but you get the idea. So, what do we have for an opening hand? It's okay. It's very Cosmo. It is very Cosmo, and let us get Wanda again. No, that's terrible. That's it. Yeah, we got our Psychic Processor. Let's do the thing. Tin Can, Wicked Witch. Why the heck not? Let's get both these on the board. Establish a bit of a defensive thing. You know, we got Wicked Witch, which wasn't always the best level 4 in this deck. I mean, it just has the protection effect of itself, but thanks to, you know, our Psychic Arsenal is significantly better. Significantly. Let's see here. I think we're good. Let's end our turn. And we'll use our boy here. Good old Tin Can. Best Cosmos Searcher. It gets me whatever I'd like. Let's see. What do I want? Let's get Strawman. Let's get Cosmo Doll. And we'll search a Destroyer to make him think we don't have a Destroyer. Gotta play the mind games with him sometimes. Yeah, because now he's going to think I don't have Destroyer. But little does he know, I have Destroyer. I got Destroyer and everything else. So, stand by. Good old Processor just come back. I love the fact that it recurs itself. This card is absolutely nutty. I'm surprised that this was made in 2024. I mean, it has no restrictions other than, like, the typing it summons. Doesn't negate anybody. Allows me to attack directly, and it recurs itself. Absolutely brutal. Let's see. Destiny Hero from the hand. I'm gonna go ahead and use Tin Can's effect here. just to get out Dark Lady. He'll get that Drill Darks effect off. We'll see if he gets anything else off. Okay, so we will get the Malicious that's delicious. Let's see. We'll see. D heroes are surprisingly nasty with Malicious back to 3. I'm not gonna destroy... I'm just gonna get rid of Drill Dark. If I destroy Malicious, obviously it'll just banish it for another one. Considering that for some reason he's at 3 now. Personally, I think that's ridiculous, considering Malicious is... He's like the only card in the game that really deserves to be at 2. Like, as a good thing. Kind of a good thing that he's at 2, let me tell you. But now he's at 3 again, and I can't wait for him to go back to 2. Because I don't want to see him no more. But we'll attack into Malicious. And that makes him live, but, like, what else can I do here? I didn't have another more monsters for Processor. Scapegoat? Okay. Interesting choice. Alright. A bunch of tokens, indeed. Okay. Probably should have done this earlier, but I can still do it now. So we'll destroy the ship token. And I'm going to use Cosmotown's effect. I'm going to recur my tin can. I'll take a smidge of damage. Not very relevant. I'll take like, what, 100 damage? That's nothing. It's nothing. I summon tin can again. I'll set Super Poly in case we need the darn thing, which hopefully we will not need the darn thing, but you never know. So, yep, tin can as we do Slip Rider. Let's get Farm Girl, I suppose, and we'll get another Dark Destroyer. It's our last Dark Destroyer, but we'll give it a shot. Hey, there he is. Nice. Alrighty, we are pretty set. I mean, I've got my Cosmos. Should mention, small thing about, like, yeah, screw it. I don't want Malicious to do his thing. I should mention, like, the bigger Cosmos, the ships, they do have targeted protection. I mean, in this deck, it's only Destroyer and, it's only him and Eclipser. Let's see. Once per turn, that is a once per turn thing. What does this do? Discarded 2 cards, summon D cubed, equal the number of cards discarded, cannot summon except for D heroes. Okay. Was there something else this did? No. No, it does not. I will say, the one thing I do like about Malicious being to 3, it has inspired more people to play, like, straight up D heroes. It used to just be like that whole mesh of Elemental Hero, Destiny Hero, Masked Heroes, Heroes, and all that nonsense, but nowadays I'm seeing more people just playing straight up D heroes, which I like. I like to see that they are getting to go back and do just straight up D heroes. Now, if only a Phoenix Enforcer was not a thing, then I'll be even happier. Alright, well, let's see what we get this time. It's always that roulette of tin can. You never know what you're going to get. And let's go for tin can now, because we happen to draw into Slippy. Might as well bait out whatever the set card is. I mean, we don't know what it is. What is it? Diffusion. Okay, I don't know why I'm surprised at that, but I'm slightly surprised at that. Ooh, Therian. Let's me think about this. Summon forth Psychic Processor. Use its effect. I mean, I'll lose the negation of Regulus, but I'm really okay with that. I'm actually fine with that, because he's going to attack directly. So Destroyer will destroy, and my opponent surrenders. Well, gosh darn it. I hate it when that happens, but I mean, I like to see the D heroes. I guess he just wasn't able to fuse. I guess these are not. This is normal summon. This was a D hero, so I guess he just couldn't fuse into the things he wanted to fuse into. He really needed that Malicious to go into, like, Phoenix Enforcer, I guess. But yeah, there you go. There's more of what Cosmos can do, folks. Processor is just, it's a nice card, and it's always good when you get the good old Dark Destroyer. He is He's the true boss monster of Cosmos. Dark Planet's cool, but Destroyer is really the thing that made them great. So let's go over duel number 3. We got time for one more today. I know it's going to be a little short today, but you know what? Maybe I'll release that one where I also did the Heavy Metal Raiders as well. So we'll see how it goes. All right, everybody. The third opponent to fight in third. And we'll go first again. I know I said this was a beatdown deck where I want to go second, but you know, this works too. Let's see, what do we have for an opening hand? An interesting affair. Very much, we're going to actually do the little Dogmatica combo. Well, if we don't want to get negated, we will do the Dogmatica combo. Now, originally, I was playtesting this deck, and I thought, oh, the Dogmatica combo really doesn't help this deck, but then I tested it some more, and I'm like, well, maybe just a little bit it helps. I mean, it's not like a necessity. It's more of like it's something we can do. It's something we will do on occasion, that sort of thing. But regardless, let's get our Maximus. Sadly, we have Tin Can and none of the Darks, which would have been really nice, because Arsenal, it works with Tin Can if I was running Forerunner, but I'm not. I'm sadly not. Let's see. Let's get Lulu Wayleth going, and I'll get Ignister Pegasus. That way I have a little bit of graveyard trap. My opponent won't be expecting that one. We'll see what my opponent's playing. Hopefully they're not playing Dogmaticas too, or something that would like to have their cards sent to the grave. Dragon Rulers? Potentially. Possibly. Never know. Never know. Oh, wait. Let's see. Oh, right. I get Slip Rider. You know what? Why not? We use Psychic Arsenal here. We'll at least get Slippy. You never know. Might need it. Might need a Slip Rider. You never know. I should also mention, what was the other effect of this thing again? Main phase, except the turn. Banish this card. Target a banished Psychic, a machine. One on the bottom of the deck. The other one goes to your hand. So a pretty nice card. Gives you a little bit of recovery. Gives you a search. It's a nice... I like the Cosmos. I know, I've always said that Cosmos are never going to get, like, more direct support, because these guys are getting pretty dang old. Sad to say, but it's true that, you know, they're just kind of getting old at this point. So I don't think Cosmos are ever going to get, like, direct support ever again, but I don't know. It's nice that they're getting some indirect support. Let me put it that way. All right, show me Strawman. Yeah, exactly what we wanted. Exactamundo. The Lulu Wayleth's going to go off here, and we'll get ourselves our Ecclesia the Virtuous. That way I'll have a little bit of hand trap. I'll basically have a bunch of hand traps. Now, originally I was also considering, like, Time Terra Morganite in this deck, and if you don't want to do the Dogmaticas, I would recommend it, because other than, you know, summoning out monsters from the hand, we really don't use hand traps. Stuff of that nature, we really don't do that. So if you don't want to do the Dogmatica thing, I would recommend doing the Time Terra Morganite, because that just gives you more draws, more summons. Kamungus Among Us. Alright, it's the Kamungus Among Us. Oh. Oh, that's just sad. Oh, and it's adventure tokens. Well, isn't that just a something, isn't it? That's a wee bit of a something, isn't it? Alright. I mean, that's not the worst thing in the world, I guess. Frickin' adventure tokens. Oh, boy. I mean, let me tell you, I think of my whole career, I've only played adventure tokens once. And it was an interesting little combination of them, Vernisylphs, and Trap Tricks that was actually pretty neat. But most of the time, the adventure tokens are just kind of like sit on Griffin Rider and negate things. Although, what on earth does what is Curse of Armatir? Summon an adventure token to either field, then send a card from your hand to the graveyard. You cannot special summon except for adventure tokens and monsters that mention. If a monster is destroyed by a battle or card effect, summon an adventure token to either field. Okay. Alright, so that gets you more tokens if you want them. What does Starlit Papillon do? Monster Pokemon controls with 500 attack for every monster you control with a different name that mentions adventure token. Oh, okay. Okay, I see how this is gonna go. I see how it's gonna be, Spiffy. I see how it is. Alright, the only bad thing is that Griffin Rider... okay, it did shuffle himself into the deck. Okay, maybe this won't be as bad. Akkamancer. Banish him for the right of Adamaseer. Good gracious. Although I did see... Well, what was that other thing? What on earth is this? Magicite Warrior of the Ancient Ruins. I mean, it's an adventure token thing. Set a trap that mentions adventure token from the deck. Okay. I mean, I'm more in favor of this for the fact that my opponent's actually playing adventure token as a deck rather than as an engine for negating things. Let me put it that way. Granted, everyone just got small. But thankfully, Maximus is too big for him to run over so willy-nilly. Alright. So who's attacking? But you are attacking with the token first. Alright. Win Pegasus. Do the thing. Return... Griffin Rider to the deck? I mean, he can just bounce himself to the deck to negate this, but... it's kind of redundant at that point. So yeah, let's just bounce back Griffin Rider. Alright, now I just need to get rid of the adventure token. Destroy by battle card effect. Okay, there's other things that these do. I need to remind myself. Plus he gets the trap, but I have no idea what the adventure token trap does. I barely recall them having a trap. Target a monster you control equipped with an equipped card. Destroy as many monster opponent controls with attack less than or equal to that monster. Okay, there's Therian. We're gonna use that now. Okay. That doesn't affect me that much, brother, but thank you for the offer. Let me think about this. I was really hoping for some other things to be banished right now, but sadly that is not the case. So everything I have loses 1,000, right? More or less, and let's see. Destroyed by battle is not destroyed by battle. This card sent to the grave. Target an adventure token control. Equip this card to that card. Alright. Okay. I suppose. Wait, do I not have... oh, I don't even have a machine in my grave at the moment. Oh boy. Okay, well that just means I can't use Therian. Okay. Let's summon out Strawman. Summon Strawman to the board. Different name. Okay. Ah, this is going to tag itself up for another equip spell, I see. I assume it's going to be a nasty one. I would assume. Let's summon out Destroyer. Man, if only I didn't have Strong... if this had been anybody else like Farm Girl, I could have destroyed Destroyer, got out Strawman, brought back Destroyer. What does this one do? 500 attack for every monster with a token. Yeah, that's basically what this guy's trying to do. Okay, so if I destroy this, this is going to get that, and he'll get another token. If I destroy the token, he'll get another token. And then it just, like, it's redundant at that point. Man, adventure tokens is an actual archetype, a little more tricky than I give them credit for. Alright, so Starlit Papillon, and I believe the Curse of Armature. Yep. Alright, so he'll get another token. And I'll go down to... oh, I don't even actually lose any attack points. Although... yeah, I can't destroy this once per turn by battle. Okay. That's not that bad. I thought that was going to be way worse. So we'll attack into the other adventure token, I guess. I mean, he doesn't get this more than once per turn, right? Nope. Okay. I'll live with it. We'll see where this goes. We shall see where it goes. I just have to be... so this just gets him equip cards every time I summon something. Okay. Or once per turn I summon something. It's always weird to see an archetype that's known for, like, one thing and one thing only, and they do something completely different with the cards in their own archetype. It's pretty nutty. It's like It's like seeing Danger Dark World 100 different times, and then someone plays Pure Danger, and you're like, wait a minute, what does Dangerous Feats of Strength do? If you didn't know, Dangerous have their own equip spell, because the whole idea of Danger is like summon a bunch of big beat sticks, and, you know, give the equip spell onto Bigfoot and make him a bigger beat stick. Not much of a strategy, but it's what they got, damn it. Okay, so got that. Got the Water Enchanter. Ditched the illegal card, I see. So this card from the hand, and that's going to make his monster is equal to mine. Okay. And then he gets another equip spell. The last equip spell, specifically. But which one is it going to be? Dracaback. Which will not work, because you cannot target my Kozmo. That's just card... Oh, balls. What is this? Unaffected by opponent's activated effects. When your adventure token destroys a monster, draw one card. Previous effect was activated this turn, you can add a field spell that mentions adventure token. Okay. I forgot that they even had a field spell. Goodness. Alright. Well. Keep it up. Dark Destroyer will activate. And I shall special summon... Slippy. So let me blow up one of his spell traps. During your main phase, you can add a field spell to measure adventure token. I'm gonna get rid of a field spell so he doesn't get another field spell. I could get rid of a Fateful Adventure, but I think I can deal with that later. Yeah, that's right. I got rid of your field spell so you can't search another one. What say ye to that? Alright, so Slip Rider gets destroyed, but that's fine. Slip Rider summons another monster. In this case, I'm gonna get Tin Can. Very good. That's what Cosmos do. You know, the ships summon out little dudes, the little dudes summon from the hand. You know, as long as I maintain some monsters in my hand, I'm pretty set. Pretty set indeed. Then send a card from your hand to the... Okay. You're gonna give yourself another adventure token? Okie doke. I mean, you'll have to ditch one of your cards. But I guess... Oh, okay. So you're just gonna... equip Draco back. Alright. Cool. Cool, I suppose. Gonna attempt to return my dude to mine hand. I'm gonna say... Is it equipped to anything? I don't think it is. Okay. No. I'm gonna say no. Does this do anything else? I don't think it does. I'm gonna summon out another Slip Rider. That is not a once per turn thing. I'm gonna get rid of Fateful Adventure. I don't trust it no more. I don't think this does... Of course he had another one! Of course he did. Of course he did. Alright. Ooh. Baby. That's pretty good. Alright. What do I have banned? I do have Strawman banished. I'm gonna activate Psychic Arsenal. So we're gonna take Strawman. And we're gonna take Slippy here. And this is gonna go back to my deck. This will go back to my hand. Alright. Let's activate Emergency Teleportation. Get out our Processor. Processor. Gonna get another equipped spell that you can't do nothing with because you're out of room, brother. You is out of room. Alright. So 2 of these equips are on that dude. This is on the 3rd dude. Lots of dudes here. Let me think about this. How do I want to proceed? How doth Memphis wisheth to proceedeth? I still don't have a machine in the graveyard, somehow. Let's summon out Dark Destroyer and Strawman. Dark Destroyer, Strawman. And then I'm going to go ahead and use this, and... Yeah, here's the plan. Destroy the adventure token with all the equips. Then he'll equip all the equips onto one monster. Or at least one of them is going to be equipped onto a monster. Use this. Yes. And he'll get another token. But this is all part of the plan. Yeah, because he'll get all of the equips onto one dude. And then if I banish this with my Chaos Angel, he'll lose all the equipped spells. That's the plan anyway. So we'll use Strawman's effect. We'll pay 500. Bring back the other Dark Destroyer. Get him on the board. Effect is non-applicable. Non-applicable. Chaos Angel. And use his effect to banish the token. Because then those don't come back. Well, at least Draco back. That'll come back. Draco come back. Let's see. Face up monster. Okay. I can work around one equipped spell. Let's go. Target a monster. Control. Blah, blah, blah. Don't care. Activate Therian's King Regulus. That way I'll have a negate. Cool. Put this in attack mode. And for shites and giggles, let's go for Fleur de Lis. Most attack points. And I can also go for Dingirzu. And then just straight up get rid of this. But I think I can just run over everything anyway, because you already used the curse. So I think I'm good. Pretty sure. So let's attack into the Water Enchantress. Beat over that one. That'll do some damage. Let's beat into the Adventure Token, which will not be destroyed once per turn. Correct. Then we'll attack in with the other one. And for the hell, let's make Fleur de Lis do its attack boost. This is, I will say, very interesting to see adventure tokens actually do their strategy. I am actually rather impressed by that. Oh, dang it, I don't have any burn damage. Memphis doesn't have burn damage. What a fool. Alright, well there's some more damage. Let's go main phase 2. And let me think about this. If I make Dingirzu, what do I get rid of? That's the big question. Do I get rid of the thing that spawns tokens? Or the thing that gets him equipped spells? Tokens? I think this is the more problematic card. He can give himself tokens all day. I don't really care. Oh man, I could summon in Tiss. Damn. That is... If this lasts till next turn, I'm gonna do it. Nobody in their right mind summons Nittis. That's only there for, like, dogmatic punishment. Alright, we'll see where this goes. I mean, my Synchro, unaffected by all of his monsters and things. I have an Omni Negate and everything. Let's see. What's this do? Add Rite of Aramasir. Okay, you know what? Go ahead. Add the Rite of Aramasir. Go ahead. Get it. He has already used 2 Faithful Adventure. I assume he's playing 3, considering this is an actual, like, adventure token deck. I'm gonna assume that's what this is. Sure. Okay. Curse of Aramasir. Get yourself a token. And then you have to discard a card. Okay. Alright. That's fine. I don't see an issue with this. You have to discard one of your cards, dude. I mean, I still have an Omni Negate, and you're discarding the Rite of Aramasir. Okay. But this is what my deck... Okay, what does this do? Starlit Papillon again. No. I was not born yesterday, sir. You're gonna have to do a little harder to bait me out there. I see. Going out on your own terms. I respect you, sir. All right, well, there you go, folks. A very nice back and forth duel with an adventure token deck, which I never thought I'd say, but here we are. We have gone the back and forth with the adventure tokens, and we came out on top doing it the Kozmo way. So let's go for the end screen. I think we've done enough here. Alrighty, my Metachlorian lovers. Kozmos of the New Age went 3-0, doing phenomenally well, I must say. These new cards, indirect as they are just absolutely peak for this deck. They just help Kozmos so much better than even direct support might have done. You know, Processor just giving them the ability to start spamming out their big machines and doing lots of damage and recurring itself. Amazing card. We got our Arsenal, just giving us searching and recovery. It's amazing. It is absolutely beautiful. And you know what? Unlike sometimes when you put in these side techs and they take over, today was mostly all about the Kozmos. The Destroyer, the Lady, Farm Girl didn't do much, surprisingly enough. She used to be the OG. Her and Tin Can were like the best cards. I mean, the Searcher, the other Searcher. But no, it's mostly Tin Can doing searching. Strawman did some things. Good old Chaos Angel did its thing. Very appreciated. Very much enjoyed how this deck turned out. And so, thank you everybody for watching. If you did enjoy, don't forget to smack the like button. You know, you do want to hit the like button. You do want to subscribe. You do want to share this video with your friends, your family, your loved ones, your neighbor's cat. Yeah, you know it. So, thank you very much for watching, everybody. I hope you did enjoy. And real quick, here's the deck list. And then, I don't know, I might show up the Heavy Metal Raider video today or tomorrow, too. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, here's the deck list. One copy of Dark Eclipser is an additional big beat stick that can ignite traps under certain situations, but one of is just fine. 3 copies of Dark Destroyer, because he is the OG, pops cards, summons out more monsters when he himself is popped, all the good stuff. 1 Therian King Regulus, because we have lots of big machines in this deck, and it's nice to have a bit of an Omni Negate in case things get a little hairy. 1 copy of Dogmatic Fleur-de-Lis is a hand trap. 1 Maximus Dogman in order to get ourselves some cards into our graveyard and also mess with our opponent's extra deck. 2 copies of Slip Rider is a spell trap destruction and potential tuner for making our Dark Angel, depending on if we have him alongside with our Cosmo Dark Lady, which we have 2 of, which is our monster effect negate. 2 copies of the Cosmo Wicked Witch, which is one of the lower level monsters that you don't see as often, but because of Psychic Arsenal, you know, 1 Wicked Witch in an Arsenal, that'll search out a Cosmo Destroyer or Dark Lady, so that's pretty dang good. Plus, you can protect herself from being destroyed by paying 1,000 life, so that's pretty neat. 1 Ecclesia the Virtuous is part of our Dogmatic engine. Search out our punishment, search out our Fleur-de-Lis, whatever we happen to need. 2 copies of Farm Girl, because when she attacks and does damage, you pay 500 to search any Cosmo card. Works phenomenally with our Psychic Processor, just attack directly, pay 500, search a card, etc., etc. Speaking of, 2 copies of the Processor, amazing card. Originally playing 3, got a little bricky. Tried it at 1, never worked. So 2, I feel, is good, because with Emergency Teleport, it's essentially we're playing 5 of the darn thing, so that's plenty. It's plenty, because this is just a great card. Summons out 2 monsters, lets them attack directly, recurs itself afterwards. Very nice. 1 copy of Strawman, which we can target a banished monster and bring it back. And as being a light monster level 2, can make ourselves a Chaos Angel pretty easy. 3 copies of the Cosmo Tin Can. Very goated searcher monster. Pick 3 Cosmos. You get 1, the other 2 go to the graveyard. Sets up for Eclipser. If you're playing Dark Planet, sets up for its spell negation. All the good stuff. Just amazing card, Tin Can. 2 copies of Allure of Darkness in the deck. I was originally thinking like 3 of this thing, and then I was thinking like none of this thing. I find 2 is fine just in case you have like a cloggy hand. We have plenty of dark monsters in this deck, some of which we want to get banished. Some it doesn't matter if we lose a copy or 2, and a Processor recurs himself anyway, so there you go. 3 copies of Nadir Servant as part of our Dogmatic engine, ditching our Guru or what have you may in order to search out Maximus. Maximus ditches Lula Whaleth and whatever the heck you want in order to continue doing stuff. Just mess with the opponent's extra deck. Get our extra deck out of the way because we don't need most of this stuff. So, yeah, 3 copies of Nadir Servant. 2 Psychic Arsenal for searching out Cosmos and recurring your banished Psychic machines. 2 copies of Triple Tactical Talents to screw with our opponent in their hand trappy ways. 2 super polys in case we have to break through big boards of monsters with different attributes, or the same attribute, or what have you. 3 emergency teleport, because it summons any psychic from the hand or the deck. It's banished in the end phase, but more often we're using that monster on the field right then. Especially things like Psychic Processor, but we can also summon out like Farm Girl, we can summon out Tin Can, we can summon out Straw Man, all that sort of thing. We got 2 copies of Kozmo Town. The field spell is a little more iffy. I mean, the fact that it can unclog your hand is pretty dang good. That you can just take any number of Cosmos, put them back in the deck, draw the number of cards, recur a banished Cosmo. That's all pretty neat and all that good. It does also search you any Cosmo card if it's destroyed, so I find 2 is plenty. 2 is just plenty. It's not like a necessity in the deck unless you really want to like pop it with certain cards or something like that. So I find 2 is plenty. And also we have 2 dogmatic punishments just to clear out our opponent's board. Like I said, extra deck not as important to this deck. It's more of like it's actually a side tech in this thing. So I play 2 punishments, and that way I can clear out my opponent's stuff. Now, as for the extra deck, of course, we have things like Starving Venom, Garura, we have Mud Dragon, and Elder Entity Natis, either being super poly targets or things for our dogmatic punishment. We have 1 Despian Lulu Wailith, which we send to the graveyard. I can't summon this thing normally. It's really just here to part of the Dogmatica package and getting out our Ecclesia. Chaos Angel, fantastic boy. We can make him so many different ways, and he can protect our monsters, banish stuff, and is unaffected by monsters himself, so long as I use a light tuner. And in this deck, every light monster is essentially the tuner. 1 Ignister Pegasus, which is another dogmatic punishment thing, which we send to the graveyard, and it can shuffle monsters into the deck if we take damage, so that's pretty nice. We have AA Zeus Sky Thunder, which we can make but rarely do. It's mostly, again, something for the dogmatic punishment, or dogmatic, engine, as I should say. It's part of the engine. You use it for Maximus, use it for punishment, whatever. Sets up for Therian Regulus. 1 Cyber Infinity and Cyber Dragon Nova, which we can make. I mostly, it's a style sort of thing, which we rarely make, but when we do, we can bring out Infinity in this deck. Doesn't happen often, but it can happen. 1 copy Blackluster Soldier, the Soldier of Chaos, because you have a lot of high-level monsters. If you ever need to link them off for some reason, there you go. 1 Nightmare's Unicorn and Masquerena and Phoenix as just generic links in general. Like I said, extra deck's really an extra thing, so this is just side text for the most part. As for the side deck, I should say, Cosmo Dark Planet is a big honking boss that can negate spells non-once per turn by banishing the Cosmos in the grave. But to summon him, you need to banish Cosmos whose level equal 10 or more, so it's a bit of a pricey card, and it's not as great. If you want to commit to like a stun lock sort of thing with Cosmos, you won't want to go without him. But if you're going to go for him, you definitely want to run some burials to recover your banished stuff. That way you can, have that spell negate live. There's things like Cosmos Sword Troopers, which can target Psychic Cosmos in the grave and revive them. So, not a bad card, but not really necessary for this build. Hope Harbinger's in here in case your opponent is not playing Galaxy Eyes. We have Underworld Gods and Closed World, which we can rarely make, but if you finally have a lot of monsters on the board and you need to link off something, there you go. Monster Born, well, sometimes we have our monsters in the graveyard and we like to revive them, so there you go, there's that. Limited removal is fantastic, and if we want to be, OTKing our opponent off a couple Dark Destroyers, summon out our Psychic Processor, pretty nasty there. More super poly if you found the need for it. And if you really want to just have, just destroy your opponent's hopes and dreams, keep the Dogmaticas, keep the Cosmos, throw in Skill Drain, and then your opponent just cries about it. It might not seem like a great idea, and it's not the best idea. I'm not going to tell you it's the best idea or anything, but, a 3K beat stick that floats when it's destroyed. Granted, the thing it floats into is not going to have its effect, but it's up to you if you want to do that whole thing. But yes, thank you very much, everybody, for watching. That'll be today's episode. May the 4th be with you, my children. This thing does not light up very well. It's trying. It is. But yes, thank you for watching. Memphis is seeing you next time. You will stop by next time. Take care, everybody.